Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Teresa Berger with Goodwill Supported Employment. I'm the Job Coach Supervisor. Today we have a panel of Goodwill managers who are super amazing to talk about our National Disability Employment Awareness Month and the advantages of hiring individuals with disabilities and barriers. Today we have Dan, Dylan, and Kyle, all employees at our Goodwill stores. And we're going to start with asking Dan and Dylan of, what's the advantage of hiring individuals with disabilities within your store? So for you guys today, thanks for joining.
Sure.
Within your stores, hiring individuals with disabilities, how has that changed the culture of your stores?
It's made it more positive. The individuals that might have barriers or disadvantages, they come to work ready to work, excited to be there, and it really brings the whole team up.
Yeah, agreed. Having an individual like Kyle in the store just changes the environment for the positive, for the rest of our associates.
What are, a lot of times there's a lot of stereotypes around hiring individuals with disabilities because, they may be a little bit more work or they may be late. What are some of those stereotypes that you guys hear? But then how have, those stereotypes been, false in your settings?
Yeah, having individuals who want to be at work, they come to work, not just because they have to be there. Creating that environment of wanting to be at work and being part of the team has changed the perception of some of my associates.
Wonderful. Dan, have you noticed anything either in regards to that stereotype and it being false for your store?
No, the team really wraps around it. Our turnover is definitely a lot lower than it used to be by having that multicultural ability in the store. I feel the stereotypes that are out there are easily broken just by seeing the individuals at work and showing their dedication.
Wonderful. And Kyle, for you, being at work, you work for Goodwill now. What are some advantages of working in the community? What have you seen of being an employee?
Making new friends, meet new people that I've never worked with before, making money, and just showing up to work every day with a positive attitude and knowing that I'm ready to work.
Yeah.
When I'm scheduled.
Wonderful. Which is really good. And it sounds, based on your manager, that you show up early, you're there, you're ready to work. You have some really good coworkers too, right?
Exactly.
So how do your coworkers support you at work?
Whenever I'm upset, they'll make me laugh, they'll help me out, they'll support me, they'll say you'll have a good day, they'll be there to guide me and mentor me, take me under their wing. And I'm really grateful to be working there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, a lot of times, employers, they fear hiring individuals, right? Because of it, maybe extra time and things like that. What would be your guys' suggestion to other employers in the community about hiring individuals with disabilities and barriers? What's your advice to them?
I think it's just a matter of finding the right fit, making sure that what you're going to have the individual doing works with them and that you're willing to give them a little bit of time. Once you show them what's going on, what they need to do, they're going to be good. They're all set. They don't need any extra help.
Yeah, and just not being afraid that it's going to be an extra effort for the employer or the manager or the team. Like Dan said, once they've got the role, they're in the role, and just let them roll with it. It's no additional work for the managers or the team.
Can you talk a little bit about job coaching and how you've noticed the support of the job coach? We'll talk about your guys' perspective, and then Kyle, I'll jump to you next in regards to how coaching helps you as well.
Job coaches for us really come in and they're that buffer between the supervisor and the associate. They're that comfort system that the associate knows. So whether we're having a good conversation or a bad, we can use them to kind of help get that message across. And it's just one more added level of support for both the supervisors and the team and for the individual employee.
Yeah, and our long-term goal, like we spoke about, is to eventually wean that person out of the mix so that Kyle can be, be independent, but we do have the resources we need.
Wonderful. Kyle, how has your
Yes.
job coach helped you learn your job, but then how does she support you now?
When I when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing, and she was there to make sure I was doing my tasks right. And now, since I've been there, she's kind of not over me. She's shadowing away where I know I'm doing a good job and trying my best. And she's there if I need important questions. Otherwise, she's just there to make sure I do what I'm told to do.
Wonderful. So she's there to support you, and then now you become more independent. So she's
Exactly.
only there to check in on you maybe like 1 hour out of your 4-hour shift now, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So that's only like 1 day a week that she comes and sees you now.
2 days.
2 days. All right. Well, that's good, but that's become more independent. You have a great manager and great coworkers that help you
Exactly.
as well. So that's building that team culture,
Exactly.
right? You have really good team members.
I sure do.
Yeah, good. Kyle, what would be your advice to employers or individuals who are looking for a job?
Keep on trying, never give up, always succeed, because there's a good job out there for people that have disabilities, and just never give up, and there's a lot of opportunities that I thought I would never have, but here I am. So just try your best and keep going.
Wonderful. Dylan and Dan, do you have any other, advice to employers that you would recommend about hiring individuals?
Oh, absolutely. Go for it. I encourage anybody who is even thinking about hiring an individual with a disability to come and see what we do. It's easy for us to talk about it and say, yeah, these individuals are great, but to actually see it in live action is pretty amazing.
And it may be that, there's an individual with a disability or disadvantage, but there's a spot in everybody's team for them. You just have to find the right one, and sometimes it's a matter of looking at a job and changing a little piece of it to really see that person excel, and that creates a better environment for everybody.
So you talked about changing the job a little bit to make it a good fit. What has been your recommendation to work with your HR department on maybe customizing a description to make it a good fit?
It's been really looking at what our job entails, what we actually need them to do, and if there's something that maybe the individual, it's just a bigger struggle for them to do, see if we can take that piece out and maybe supplement it with something else along the same lines. It's just been a lot of open communication, and then having them work and see what the individual can do and see the benefit that the team gets.
And sometimes we think we have to cut it out, but then we give it a try, and it turns out that it can be successful.
Wonderful. So really what I hear is giving them the opportunity and giving them a chance to do everything before trying to carve it, before we determine it's not a good fit.
Absolutely.
So, wonderful. Any other recommendations to employers at all?
Just come and see it.
Yeah.
Just come and see the world we live and see the environment that we've created.
And ask questions.
And ask questions, yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. Well, I really appreciate your guys' time and sharing your insight in regards to hiring individuals. Kyle, I really appreciate you today coming and speaking how working has been beneficial.
Thank you.
And the team aspect that you've had and a great experience. So that's what we have for today. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Otherwise, thank you for joining in.